We live in a culture that treats time like a currency. If an hour isn't spent producing something measurable or earning a profit, we are conditioned to feel like we've wasted it. Over a century ago, the philosopher Rabindranath Tagore designed a cosmic thought experiment to challenge this obsession. Tagore was a polymath and the first Asian Nobel laureate. He spent his life exploring the friction between the practical world and the creative spirit. His story asks a central question: is a life dedicated entirely to productive work sustainable, or is the uselessness of art actually an essential requirement for a meaningful existence? The setting is workers' paradise, a celestial realm where leisure is non-existent. The citizens here value their total lack of free time as a badge of honor. The inhabitants occupy themselves with constant, frantic motion. The men claim they haven't a moment to spare, while the women urge each other to hurry because time is flying. Here, even nature is optimized for utility. The mountain streams are silent torrents. They flow without the waste of splashing or the noise of rushing water to save every ounce of energy. The conflict begins when an aerial messenger makes a cosmic bureaucratic error. He accidentally admits a man to this paradise who spent his entire life on Earth making useless paintings and sculptures. This mistake forces two extreme worldviews into a direct collision: a single agent of unstructured creativity trapped inside a perfectly optimized machine. The artist doesn't fit in. He lounges in green meadows while the busy farmers work around him, physically obstructing their paths and drawing their annoyance. He eventually encounters the girl of the silent torrent. She is the embodiment of the paradise's efficiency, moving with the rapid, highly skilled precision of someone who never wastes a second. Taking pity on his apparent unemployment, the girl offers to spare some of her own work so the man can finally be productive. He declines her offer of labor. Instead, he asks for her water pitcher, stating clearly that he has no intention of using it to fetch water. He wants the pitcher only so he can draw lines and colors on it. The girl is initially irritated by this meaningless request, but she eventually surrenders the pitcher just to move on with her day. The artist has presented her with an action that has no functional purpose. In a world built on logic and utility, his request exists outside of everything she understands. When he returns the pitcher covered in intricate patterns, she asks him what it means or what its purpose is. He simply replies, "Nothing." That night, away from the eyes of her neighbors, she takes the pitcher to her room. She lights a lamp and scans the lines and colors in silence, examining the object from every angle. This is her first encounter with pure aesthetics. The pitcher doesn't work better or hold more water. It simply exists to be seen. By the next morning, the change is visible. As she walks toward the torrent, her feet, usually so hurried, have noticeably slowed down. The artist pushes further by weaving colored ribbons for her hair. Soon, the girl is spending hours in front of a mirror, allowing the minutes to slide by unutilized. This useless art acts as a disruptor to her mechanical routine. It forces her to pause, breaking the loop of constant, unthinking production. The girl's idleness spreads. Other citizens begin wasting their time on painting and sculpture, and for the first time in history, the essential work of the paradise begins to suffer. The elders call an emergency meeting to address the crisis. Faced with the evidence of declining productivity, the aerial messenger confesses that he brought the wrong man into their world. The tribunal's judgment is swift. The president looks at the artist's eccentric dress and quaint brushes and orders his immediate banishment. The artist reacts with a sigh of relief. He gathers his paints, happy to leave a realm that views his very existence as a defect. The workers' paradise was built on total predictability. By introducing a single element of unstructured creativity, the artist revealed that their rigid order could not survive even a small amount of useless distraction. As the artist is walking out, the girl of the silent torrent runs to catch him. She declares that she too is leaving the paradise to follow him. The elders are stunned. In their world, no one had ever chosen a path that offered no measurable benefit or productive output. Tagore's story illustrates that while work sustains our material needs, imagination and beauty provide the emotional balance that prevents us from becoming mechanical. He suggests that we must deliberately protect the parts of our lives that serve no functional purpose. Give yourself permission to be useless today. Wandering, playing, or creating something for no reason isn't a waste of time. It is the very thing that keeps your humanity intact in a world of workers.